Hi there, we're DriveABLE Assessments. We have a cognitive assessment for driving. It was developed through 8 years of research in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, University of Alberta. Basically we have 6 tasks, as you can see Anne is just demonstrating. Because we deal with cognitive impaired population, we have very simple presentation, simple instructions. It's all push button, touchscreen. The task that Anne's currently doing is just a motor response task. It actually has several weightings. One is how fast you can touch the screen or touch the object. This one's a spatial field task. What you basically need to do is focus on a word in the middle and let us know if that word is beans. So there you see the word beans. You have to make a decision on whether that is or isn't beans, which of course it's not. Then you'll see a dot somewhere around the box. The main purpose of this task is basically to see the narrowing of your visual field, and you'll see in cognitively impaired people the field will decrease into the middle. You then take that task and add a distractor to it. So as you'll see, now what you're going to have is you'll be asked to make a decision about a word in the middle. There will be numerous small dots and one larger dot. You're asked to still make a decision about the word in the middle, and then try and say where the large, brighter dot is. And you will see this a significant reduction in accuracy with the cognitively impaired population. And maybe just slow a little bit, just so they can see what's happening. So you can see, you just touch the screen, make a decision on the words in the middle, and away you go. With the tasks that we do, the 6 tasks are actually built so that it measures actual predictability of on-road driving as opposed to crash risk, which a lot of the cognitive tasks that are correlated with driving do. This is just a spatial judgment task, so all you're asked to do here is just get safely through the lines. Next one's basically just the speed of attentional shifting, as we call it. So you're going to hold it down. What this task does is you're asked to respond to a sign in one of the boxes. You'll get a variety of different cues. Some of those will be peripheral, as you can see with the box lighting up, and some of those will be central cues where you'll see an arrow in the middle pointing to one box or the other. The cues are not always correct, so you may see the arrow pointing at the wrong box may light up, and once again in the cognitive impairment you will see a reduction in the accuracy. This also measures how long it takes you to make that decision and pull your finger off the button, as well as the accuracy and speed of how quickly you do it. This one's an executive function task. So what you're asked to do is just simply touch an X as it appears on the screen. For the cognitively impaired patients, it's a matter of they sometimes lack the strategy for this. In this task, once they get behind, then they typically have problems with that. The next version of this is actually going to be one leg, so what you're going to see is that an X will appear. You're asked to wait until the next X appears and then press the box where the last X was. And obviously this task, along with the other tasks, is very predictive of actual on-road driving. So the battery itself was developed so in a different way than most. It wasn't put together with the task that has the most predictability, then the next task has the next most predictability. It's put together so that each task adds predictability to the battery. So in this one, you're just asked to look at a driving scenario and make a best decision on what may be a potential hazard within the scene. As you can see from this one, there is a pedestrian approaching, and you're just asked to make that decision as quickly as possible. This is a practice task. In most of our in our actual assessment, there's 10 tasks in this, and there's 40 trials in each of the other tasks. So those put together create a battery that we call the DriveABLE Cognitive Assessment Tool. Automatic report generation, so once Anne had this done, she would just hit score. The data would be encrypted and sent to our servers. We would then score that data, encrypt it, and send it back to the server, and you get it within milliseconds of when you press the score button. As you can see, the report is automatically generated. It'll give you Z scores on each of the tasks, and then you'll get a predicted probability of road test failure. And that was designed, the road test was actually designed and scientifically validated to show the errors that cognitively impaired people make rather than the normal population. So you get a very predictive tool and a very powerful tool for determining whether someone is safe, whether they've lost the ability to drive due to cognitive impairment, whether that's dementia, stroke, traumatic brain injury, or medications, major surgery, heart disease, that type of thing. So that's DriveABLE Cognitive Assessment Tool.
Thank you.